Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Wendy. Now today would normally be a grocery haul, but since we have gone back to trying to do my every other week grocery hauls, only shopping every other weekend, then I figured so that we don't miss a week at all for any videos, then I would try to, on the in-between weeks, do a video going over whatever menu we're having for those 2 weeks and maybe showing some of the meals we'd made. So I kind of wish I had started this yesterday, but I did not get to any filming yesterday. But, so for our menu, I am currently cooking. Tonight, our menu for this week is actually a little bit off kilter, but I'll explain that. We are having burgers and fries tonight. So I have Henry's salmon burgers are almost done cooking. Regular hamburgers will go on after those are done. And I already have homemade French fries in the oven. We're giving that a try this week. I tried it one time earlier last week. I cooked them a little bit too long, so we're going to try to remedy that this week. I'm actually cooking them the same amount of time, but at a little bit lower temperature because I realized I had the temperature higher for potatoes in the oven than I normally do for my little fried potatoes. And I figured French fries are not going to be a whole lot different. You just cut them different. So we were supposed to have burgers and fries next Saturday, but we had to move some things around on the menu. So we're having that tonight instead. Yesterday we had the mini pizzas with the flatbreads left over. And they were so good. I made Henry one like a Hawaiian pizza, like he likes, pineapple and ham on it with cheese and sauce. Cheese pizza for the younger three, except he slept, so he didn't really eat any of it. And then I actually didn't make Austin one because he had been invited out to go have dinner with some of his cousins. So he went and did that. And so I mostly just had to feed us. But the pizza I made for me was so good that later that night when he was home, I made me one more. We had one flatbread left. And I made me one more. And he finished off some pizza rolls that we had in the fridge. Let me check these. They sound like they're probably done. I think so. For mine, I'm not a big fan. I didn't have any sausage. I realized when I went to make them, I didn't have any pizza sausage. When I bought pepperonis and mozzarella for pizza day, I completely forgot about sausage for pizza. And I don't like just cheese pizza. I don't like just pepperoni pizza. I have to have something else with the pepperoni to make it so I can eat it. And I'm not big on pizza sauce either. It doesn't tend to set well with me. So for mine, I ended up putting ranch on it. And then I put some diced onion, some corn. I diced up some deli ham like I had for Henry. Put that on there. And then I did cheese. And it was mozzarella cheese. And it was so good. So I made me another one yesterday. So I had 2 mini pizzas yesterday. Gotta check these French fries. They look pretty good. Now I'm holding him away from the oven. Now Dutch. I'll show you a plate with these French fries in a minute and some burgers. Personally, I think I'd like them cooked a little bit longer, but the kids in Austin will probably like them better, just the way they are. So I'm going to turn the oven off and leave them be. So I just need to keep cooking the burgers. But anyway, so yesterday for Sunday, we had mini pizzas. Tonight, we were supposed to do soba noodles and hibachi. But when I went to order, we use spaghetti noodles for the soba noodles. And I didn't have any, so I had to order some off Amazon, and they're not getting here until tomorrow. So we had to move that to later in the week. So I could have just switched it with what we're eating tomorrow. But I have down to have taco bowls for tomorrow. And so Henry said no, he wanted to do Taco Tuesday. He didn't want to mess up Taco Tuesday. We've never really cared about Taco Tuesday. But he didn't want to mess up Taco Tuesday. So we're not messing up Taco Tuesday. So tomorrow we will have taco bowls or tacos, whichever way people want to do theirs. I will be having a taco bowl. Wednesday, we eat at church. Thursday, I have wrote down for us to do sandwiches or leftovers. Friday, I have down breakfast. Next Saturday was when I had down burgers and fries. So we will either do the soba noodles and hibachi either Friday or Saturday, and then the other one we'll do breakfast stuff. Sunday, I have down for us to do steaks and mac and cheese, which it says steaks, but that'll be steaks for me, and then those big jalapeno sausage things that I got for Austin. He had a couple of those. I cooked him a couple that day that I bought him. He loved them. So he can't wait for the day we do that again. And then on next week, we're still just using a grocery list. I may start writing it on a planner. We'll see. Next Monday, we are going to have spaghetti. Tuesday, we're going to do taco bowls again. Wednesday, again at church. Thursday, again, sandwiches. I have Friday down as breakfast. Saturday, burgers and fries. I'm trying to kind of give us like some days where we have kind of a set thing. I don't know if we'll like that or not, but I'm going to give that a try. So I've got down Tuesdays, taco night. Thursdays, sandwiches. Friday, breakfast. Saturday, burgers and fries. Monday, something pasta, which I guess spaghetti and mac and cheese the Sunday before that. So it's kind of 2 days of pasta. But we're doing the low-carb pasta, so it's not as big a deal. And then next Sunday, the following Sunday, I have down rich chicken and rice. Now, I have down rice, and I probably will make rice for the kids. And I'm not sure what I'll have yet, but I think I'm going to do baked potatoes for Austin that day. Or I may also do him baked potatoes the day we do the steaks and mac and cheese. He's not a huge mac and cheese person, but he loves a good baked potato, and I have those potatoes that I got on the last grocery haul that would make good baked potatoes, and he loves baked potatoes. I'm not a huge fan of them myself. I like them once in a while. But that day with the rich chicken, I'll probably again do him baked potatoes, and I'll have either, since I'm cooking him some potatoes, I might cook me some potatoes the way I like them. So that's what we're going to try to do. 1 week of grocery haul. Next week, go over our menu with you and maybe show you some of those meals we made. So I've showed you taco stuff recently, so I might not film that one. Maybe I'll at least like show an in plate or something. But I will try to bring you along for soba noodles and hibachi. I'm not sure if that's on here. Maybe steaks and mac and cheese. Bring you along for that. And then maybe the rich chicken and rice for sure. So I'm just going to try to, now this video will need to come out before we do the rich chicken and rice. I'm just going to film a few of the meals we make and try to get us on track to where I show you a few meals every other week. 1 week, show you a grocery haul. Next week, show you a few meals we made off of that grocery haul, and maybe even some off of the one before that once I get these started making. So that's what we're doing. There's not a whole lot to show with burgers and fries. Here's the fries all done. I didn't make a lot because I don't know they're going to eat a lot, but it was 1 pan worth when it was all spread out. I think they look pretty good. I actually can't wait to try them. I might try one now. I see these ones here that look more crispy. I'm the one that's kind of like those. They're good. You want to try? It was so funny. I took them outside earlier today. It's finally to where it's not terribly, terribly hot. So I can actually get outside and do some stuff. So I took them outside and I did a little bit of yard work, let them play. He's now to the point where he can actually be on the ground some and play. So I got a tiny video of him on the trampoline, not doing a whole lot, but he was standing. He's like, anyways, I sent it to his granny. I need to send it to his grandma still. But, and then a minute later, he was on the ground, and I turned around, and he was over by the garden bed. And before I could get over there to him, his hands were all in the dirt. Before I could get over there to him, he had a clump of dirt in his mouth. I get over there, and he's spitting it out. Pet, pet. I said, that's right, pet. Did mommy funny? Did you drop it? Was it good? He ate that French fry gone, so I guess we know he'll eat that. So I'm going to finish up the burgers, and I'll show y'all a couple little plates how we doing them. We've got Henry's keto buns, and we've got regular buns for the rest of us. You want some more of those? So we'll bring you back in a little bit, show you some finished plates. Not that great, but here's my plate. I made me a double burger with lettuce, and here's some of my French fries. The kids also had some cucumbers on the side, but we ran out of cucumbers for me, so that's okay. I added lettuce that they don't have. And I'm going to have an Olipop root beer with mine. Love these ones. That is Monday night supper.